Oh, we know. Mm-hmm. Bro, that's how Fortnite originally was, man. It wasn't like how all of these games are trying to get now, like super competitive. You know, it was all about like the earlier Fortnite videos were just having stupid fun with your friends, like rocket riding or just building. Yeah, man. If I think it's still in the game, if but it's just when they put the rocket launcher in there. It's like you got to get it just right. When somebody shoots the rocket, you have to land on top of it, and you just go blasting across the map with the rocket. Bro, it's fun, man. Oh yeah. Well, it could be possible to do it by yourself, but it'd be extremely, extremely hard. Like I don't even know how you would pull that off. Somebody actually shot a rocket when the spider webs are still available, and they webbed onto the rocket, and that's just it. They were just flying across the map with the spider webs. That's when you should have been playing, man. Those webs were out. It wasn't a no build mode. No, there wasn't no build mode yet. Oh, of course. Yeah, we're on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we've been on. But so yeah, so for a casual player, you can't like you can't like you can casually play like Apex, but Apex is like really just built around competition. Fortnite is built around just having fun, and that was the thing with when you were building like crazy, like or you try to play a normal match before no builds, it was just hard to have fun because shoot somebody and they'd build the Wayne Mansion right in front of you, and you're just like, all right, well, that's it for me. But with the no builds, it's easy to go in there and just have a great time. You know, you ain't got to worry about doing all this extra stuff. It's a shooter. It's fun. It's fun alone, and it's even funner with friends because you can do a lot of stupid stuff. Oh, wait, what? Can't? Hold on. She's saying, oh, yeah. She's saying she can't hear. Yeah, what the? Hold on. I got it. I got it. Nope. There we go. There we go. No, because I turned it wireless, so I didn't account for that in the recording.
Okay.
I didn't count, but now it's good. So
Okay.
now everybody can hear. All right, so let's restart that all over. We're gonna retalk about Fortnite
welcome
again.
to the podcast today.
Okay, so Fortnite.
Look, this is how you know Fortnite's a good game. We got Harry to play it. We got no multiplayer Harry to play it.
I mean, you got me to play it a
he
couple
had
of times.
That's a couple of times.
You haven't converted. Yeah, but how many times have you texted? How many times you texted over the past couple of weeks? Like, hey, let's play, and I'm like, no, man, I'm good.
No, I haven't. I haven't texted. Let's play Fortnite. Craig only texted the first time yesterday.
Yeah, I think I texted recently, but that's like the first time.
Because whenever I put drink or whatever, it's for all three of you guys.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you guys got to pull up the Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Pull up the Twitch. Okay.
Yeah, you got to pull up Twitch.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Yeah. Coming from the Sith Queen, because I'm of course the Emperor over here. Emperor Darth.
All right, let's see.
But hey, as long as when you play it, Harry, you have a good time, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Man.
No, yeah. I mean, and I've always said that. I've always said that's what makes multiplayer games fun. Is when you play with a group. Fun. I guess.
Yeah.
Is when you play with your friends. That's basically the only time it's tolerable for me.
Hey, look who it is. Yes, this guys is Dandy.
Oh, I don't know Dandy.
He took my first spot. You see this?
Oh, now you got to rearrange the whole thing.
Sorry, I've never done Discord chats before, so
that is Dandy.
Welcome.
Cheeks is getting hyped up there because she can see Dandy's face. Hey, your collection's growing back there. This is
trying to find our podcast or the stream.
It's on Dom's
really
channel.
right now. Is there a way to fix that?
Say that again, Danny.
Said I'm really framey. I can't see you guys yet. It's like still loading in.
Oh, we can see you. The easiest way to fix the camera is by downloading like the Logitech camera, but that's for like another time.
Yeah.
You can connect your PS5 headsets wirelessly to your laptop.
I can see the chat now. I can see it
now. Okay. Yeah, sweet.
Twitch.
He's getting hype. What's going on, Danny? How you been?
We can do chat only.
Doing all right.
I'll be life.
This is. I don't know how your view looks, but directly under you is Craig, and directly under me is my boy Harry.
What's up, man? We played
too.
Today.
All right, so Craig is Jenks and Harry is Otaculus.
Otaculus, yes.
Oh, okay, I can see your names, but I can't see any cameras right now. So.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know why. We can see you. It's okay. It probably eventually.
Well, you're showing up on the stream, so.
Well, let me see if that's something.
So while we're doing this, I'm also recovering my Twitch from my old email because I haven't been on it.
What was that thing that you wanted to talk about, Craig? We'll start with yours first because you, as far as I know, you and Harry are the main One Piece experts here. I don't know if you are.
Don't call me an expert. Don't call me an expert. Hey, I'm a One Piece fan, and that's it.
That's an expert to me. Then, if you're a fan,
I'm a fan.
I know
people who know birthdays.
You can say resident experts. It's okay. It's not like we're actual experts. We're just experts amongst the crew here. Like that's okay. It's
okay,
right.
fine.
Yeah, because apparently Harry's theory, they all say he lost his mind.
I know. I saw the comments. They were like, "This is why we don't let fans write the story." And I'm like, obviously,
obviously, it's Oda's story, dirt.
Like if I was this great, fiction writer, you think I'd be on this podcast? No, man. I'd be making millions of dollars writing my own stories. No, obviously.
Yeah.
But
you be writing stories, Steven.
How do we sound for you, Dandy? Like you hear just?
You guys sound fine. You're not getting any echoes from me, right? Because I don't have a headset.
No, surprisingly,
you sound good.
Discord's really good at that noise cancellation.
Okay.
Discord. So this is just a headcanon that popped into my brain while I was watching One Piece theory videos earlier today, and he was speaking about Blackbeard having like serpentine like abilities and whatnot, and how there's an Egyptian god that's basically the opposite of Ra, and how there's a lot of emphasis on Luffy being like an amalgamation of Ra and Nika and all this other stuff. So what if he is a serpent, like low key the zone fruit is like a serpent god, and all the imagery of Zoro slaying serpents and whatnot leads to a saber or a sword of some sort that he has to imbue his will into, because he's been like mortally wounded to the point to where he can no longer help Luffy fight Blackbeard, but like he wants his will to still be in the fight, and that's how he actually makes his black blade, like having his soul infused into like one purpose, but it would be more like symbolic, saying like the strength to give his strength to someone else would like allow him to make his black blade. But that's also going under the assumption that Luffy would have to be fighting Blackbeard with help, which I completely see happening. I don't see Luffy going one-on-one with Blackbeard at the end of the game, at like the end of it. I just don't see that happening. Like it's not no. Because look at Kaido. Like it's been re-up fight after re-up fight after re-up fight. So I just feel like it'll probably be the same type of situation where it's a 2-on-1, or where the final blow comes down to Zoro giving a blade to Luffy and Luffy using the blade to slay a serpent. And that embodiment of Zoro giving him his blade is what allows it to be a black blade. Like that, like full embodiment of my soul, my trust in his captain is what creates a black blade, not his own strength, but like the will and faith or whatever, like the whole power friendship thing. That's what made the black blade. Friendship. And then after that, he'll probably go on and meet Mihawk. And then I don't have anything on this. This is just like, oh, what if that's how it happens? Just because they were like showing more imagery of like a sun god slaying a serpent with a flaming sword or with a sword. But never mind, I don't want to give any spoilers, so I'm gonna stop there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of lost me there a little bit in the middle, because you were talking about Blackbeard being a serpent, and then you jumped right to Zoro, and I missed that you meant Zoro was infusing a soul into a black blade. I thought you meant Blackbeard was, so I was like, I'm not
No,
quite
no, 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 no.
following.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so you suspect that for some reason Zoro and Luffy are going to fight Blackbeard together. Zoro's going to be mortally wounded, and he's going to infuse his soul into his sword, make it a black blade, and then Luffy's going to use said black blade to kill. Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
correct. Yep.
So I like the idea that Blackbeard is a serpent, specifically a Hydra, because his flag has 3 skulls on it. And he has 2 devil fruit powers, and they're talking about the big theory is he takes a third. He's going to take a third. Everything's about a third, and he seems to have 3 personalities, or maybe only 2 personalities. Like the
it
first
seems
time,
like 3 to me. There's like a super cruel like gangster one that's kind of like the Joker. There's one that's like more like Goofy Luffy who wants to eat, and then there's one that's like that sinister like dark pistol one. Like he's the one that was like, no pops, don't kill me, and then said shoot him. Like he's the one that scares everybody the most. He's like,
sounds like a Moon Knight situation over here.
So the
don't
first
give no
time,
spoilers.
That's not a spoiler.
I mean, you're right, but still.
so the first time they meet Blackbeard, he meets him at a little bar, and they're complaining
I'll meet
about
you in a little bar.
They're complaining about being out of beer and being out of cherry pies, and so like Luffy interacts with them, and then later outside of the bar they interact with him, and Zoro is like, "That's not the same person we met." Like they're like, because one of the other crew member comes up and they're like, "Who's that?" Or "Who is he?"
She's
like, "Who is he?" And he's like, "Nah, I don't think it's a he. I think it's more like a them." Like Zoro already picked up right away that something's going on there. Maybe split personalities, maybe something. And so a Hydra would be perfect.
True.
Because it's a snake, multiple heads, cut one off.
There's another thing he mentioned in the theory. Like, you know how there was he said Buggy, remember he mentioned that he didn't sleep for 3 days?
That's right. He never sleeps. No one's ever seen him sleep.
But there's a thing.
So Blackbeard's got him?
What if he was sleeping,
awake?
but we didn't realize it? Because snakes, when they sleep with their eyes open.
Yeah, I think
because they don't have eyelids. So what if that was the allusion to it? He sleeps with his eyes completely open, and it just looks like he never sleeps. And that would be the most subtle allusion to him being a serpent. Like, what the hell? And that was how long ago was that? Like 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, that's no, man. That was more like 15 years, man. When Buggy.
That's a lot.
What?
I'm gonna start the manga and catch up to where you guys are at.
No, you aren't.
Man.
Hey, I'm already about done with season 2 of Titan, Attack on Titan.
So speaking of manga,
What'd you call me?
I watched a recap of the Demon Slayer manga.
Is it the one that like some guy made?
Yeah, obviously, some guy on the internet.
But I thought
mean,
it was like
I don't
People
know.
on the internet are great.
Yeah, it wasn't anybody that I'd seen before on YouTube. Any particular person I watch. It was just like the story of Demon Slayer in 6 minutes, and it was like the whole thing. And
oh, it
so
was the
like,
entire thing.
yeah,
Okay.
the whole story. And so like it reminded me how much of it I had forgotten because I read Demon Slayer. I read the manga, the entire manga, while I was working as a cashier at a retail store. Like between people checking out, I had my phone out and I was reading, flipping through the pages. And so like I didn't remember half the stuff that happened. And so like that's why I don't know anybody's names. I don't know anybody's attacks. Like I don't know. I have like a vague concept of what happens and who
Well,
is who.
Tanjiro gets a Bankai pretty late
Yeah,
on.
Later
one
on,
thing
he
I could
becomes the
say.
Wizard King. Yeah, he's gonna find the One Piece after he becomes the Hokage. Yeah,
Exactly.
That manga, since I just finished it, like what I told you guys like last week.
oh, so good.
Like out of a lot of mangas I've read, that one didn't have a point where I was like, "Oh, let me just hurry up and get through this." Like it was
True.
good the entire time, even when they were just like not fighting and trying to recover. No, you're training your ass off now.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's just it's battle, injure, train, and it's brutal training. Back to a new mission, fighting again. I was like,
Somebody's
man,
gonna die. Someone's gonna be crippled for life. Like, dude, like
All the
they didn't
facts.
stand a chance. Like the
Yeah.
best. I think probably the number one thing that I like about Demon Slayer is when it comes to shonen and honestly typical kind of fantasy stories. The main character or the good guys, as it were, are never like wholly outclassed by the bad guys. Like they're always scrappy, like they could have toughed it out, they could have won. Like in Demon Slayer, they don't stand a chance. They are getting wiped. Every time one of the strong bad guys fights one of the strongest good guys, the good guy almost always loses or is incapable of fighting. And it's just like, man, like how like the good guys are the underdogs. And it's so wild. It kind of messes with power scaling towards the end because it's like, well, so then like this whole time the bad guys were this strong, and like it's been 150 years since any of the upper moons have been defeated, and then this kid comes down from the mountains and is like, I'm just gonna cut everybody up. I don't know, y'all are weak. Like I don't really know what's going on.
Oh, you're talking about the big guy?
Any of them, like literally any of them. Tanjiro was some kid from the mountain. Like
He was big.
I like how
Tanjiro.
the swords were at least a little unique.
oh, the swords are very cool. Very cool. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, that was cool.
The serpent guy, his sword was nice. I really like the dude with the ball and chain and the axe on the end. I was like, oh yeah, he's all about. He's just destroying everything when he sees it.
His backstory though.
Oh yeah, so
Bro.
they all had a rough backstory.
Man, dude, what about Dandy? Do you read manga or watch anime or any of that?
I do not read manga, but I haven't seen Demon Slayer, but I've watched some anime. Like I watch Attack on Titan. I'm all caught up on that one, and My Hero Academia. Those are the two that I've been really watching.
That is a question I was going to ask everybody: is what anime they're currently like watching.
And just for a second, I'm gonna leave for a second because I think I might have figured out why I'm so laggy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right on. So then what I was going to say is spoilers,
Finally.
like if you didn't,
Okay.
like if we didn't want to spoil anything for Demon Slayer.
Danny's out right now, so this is when it's time because I'm finished. Like I finished.
So
it.
like, how about Zenitsu's former partner, like the guy who trained in the lightning style?
Oh, him
turn
becoming
a bad guy,
yeah.
turn a bad guy, and the fact that he also was from the orphanage that the Earth Hashira was from. Like it's the same kid that sold out the
Quick pause,
orphanage.
I'm sorry. All right, so I have us up on
He was the same
Twitch.
one.
Same
What?
person. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
What? I did not put
Yeah.
that together.
So
I did like how it ended though. Like it shows like years later, and pretty much almost everybody's reincarnated.
What's up, Greg?
I was trying to. I have us up on Twitch, but it wasn't like increasing to the watcher count. So
It's weird, dude. It's so weird. It's just times.
I'm actually not watching it. I'm just looking at the chat. Like you can set it chat only. So that's
Yeah,
what I
that's
have
fine
on
too.
right now. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm adjusting my camera, but I can see you all now.
Good,
Hey,
excellent.
look at
All right.
that.
Turns out I
Welcome,
had like
welcome.
6 versions of Discord running at the same
Oh
time.
crap.
oof. I'm impressed your computer was still going.
I built him that computer. That's why it's still going.
That's right. Dom computer. So that
Nice.
means it works.
Oh man.
It's one of the many ones that were
Yo.
allowed to us.
All right. So, quick idea. Dom starts making PCs, and the company is called Domination. Boom. I'm out.
Why are you trying to put me through that hell of building PCs?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Linus,
you
that's-
just completely kept yourself out of that,
Yeah,
and
man,
then
that's-
Dom builds the PCs. What are you doing? Marketing?
I'm the idea guy. I'm the idea guy.
Hey man, that's
Bam,
where
idea.
that's how Linus got his start. Linus Tech Tips.
Mhm.
Come on, man. He was the 20. He was a 20-something nothing on YouTube, putting fans in a case and being like, "Look at this thing, this newfangled RBG thing. You know, there's lights and
Yeah,
stuff,
but I'd have to
guys."
have like a bunch of parts to be able to do
Socks
and
with
you don't get rid of
sandals.
them because like they recycle the parts when they're doing those builds. Like they say it all the time.
Well, that's why you start with like commissioned builds. You know, you have people that friends, families, neighbors, whatever. They want you to build something, and so you buy the parts for them, and then you build it right there.
All right, friends, families, neighbors, Harry, Craig, Dandy. Let's go ahead, order your
PC.
parts. I'll build. I'll build them.
Like,
Buy
let's
the
be
parts.
real. I need
Buy
a
the
PC
parts.
desperately.
Man,
I got
that Xbox that just keeps going on sale.
It's 230.
That-
So, next topic I had. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So free to play games that are amazing right now. Century. It is an online free to play dragon fighter. Like, I did not
Let
expect
me
it
pull
to
this
be
up.
anywhere near as fun as it is. Like, I don't. It's nonstop movement and combat. It's full throttle the whole
Okay,
time.
so
And the graphics are amazing. Even on my rinky-dink laptop, the graphics look awesome. So 10 out of 10.
so is it like that old PlayStation 3 game where you kind of rode around on a dragon doing combat? It didn't take off, but is this like the
I always
concept
saw,
of
like,
that?
previews of a game that was like that, but I never got to play it, so I
I
can't
didn't
say
either.
yay or
I think
nay.
it was called like Legion or something like that.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Like on the PlayStation 3, it was the first
Yeah,
game to do
mhm.
like 6-axis. Yeah. I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
but it didn't like it
it's
was a
called
great
Legion, yeah.
concept. It just didn't do as well.
Well, that's because there wasn't a Star Fox game made in the last like 10 years, and so
You're
they're
right.
desperate for
True.
Panzer Dragoon or something
Panzer
similar.
Dragon Order, I remember
Yeah,
that.
man, Panzer Dragoon.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there an Xbox game that was going to be like about dragons, but they canceled
Scalebound.
Scale down.
Scale
Scalebound,
down.
But see, there was
Scalebound.
talks. There was talks about that, them bringing that back, and I really hope they do.
Man,
I hope they
because-
do. So
You know what
much
the talks
potential.
were? The talks
Yeah,
were
that
the
was cool.
developer begging Phil Spencer on Twitter to make the game.
I
Because it's
saw
a
that
great
too.
concept. Like it was nothing. I think they just had a horrible team. That's what it was, and that's why it got dropped. But the
platinum
concept of the
games.
game,
I
everybody
also
loved.
heard
Oh, yeah,
I
you're
heard
right.
that and Two Human had very similar issues, like their concept and everything were stolen from someone else.
But
like,
nobody's
which-
stolen that Scalebound concept. Nobody else has done that.
I mean, it looked like
No.
Devil May Cry,
It
but
was stolen originally. Like, that's why it's been so hard to start back up. Like, Two Human, the reason that never continued is because the game itself was like a stolen concept out of someone else's creative library, and some dude got it and ran with it, and it was an amazing game, but
Speaking,
was it?
it
I
wasn't
never
his
even played it.
idea.
What was it
Speaking
You
about?
never
of-
played Two Human? Oh my gosh, so good. So
what was the
good.
name of this game? Since we're talking about stolen concept games, God of War.
Okay.
There
So
was a
God of War's
game
been around
that
for
came
years.
out. Oh, but there was a game, and I remember
Dante's
this game.
Inferno.
No,
No.
there was a game before Dante's Inferno.
Mm.
This game was
Ashura.
Greek themed, looked like God of War, and the guy's main weapon was a shield that he threw with chains attached that could pop out blades, and that's how he attacked.
What?
And it was on the
delicious.
PlayStation 2, and I had that game. And I recently saw a YouTube video where a guy was like, God of War came from this game. And I was like, damn,
Oh.
that makes a lot of sense, because
It was before
it
God of
looked
War?
like, yeah, it looked like God of War. And this
That's
game
wild.
came out.
But I
This
gotta
game
look
came
this
out.
up.
It came out before God of War, and I was like, man, That does look like I remember playing that game. I remember having that game and playing it on the PlayStation 2.
How insane would it be if you saw that and be like, they stole my game. They stole my.
Well,
I
the
think
world
it's
was
called-
better for it.
I
Yeah.
think it's called Rygar.
Yes, I believe that's what it was called. I knew it started with an R.
Rygar, from what I'm seeing, yeah.
But
Like
yeah,
Gligar?
what it wasn't like its story wasn't like the best. Like it starts off with the guy just getting like applaud for no apparent reason. Like he's getting crowned for I guess just being good. Like they didn't have like no backstory to that at all. And then it's just him, I think, trying to save the chick. She gets taken.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
good.
But it's all
Yeah,
just
Greek
applaud for
mythology
me.
and stuff like that. Still.
Yeah, but did they have the scene? You know the scene where you press
You know the
triangle
scene. Did they
a
have the
lot?
scene?
Press
No,
the
you're pressing
triangle.
circle a lot.
You're pressing circle a lot.
You press
Okay.
circle a lot.
I'm
If
here
the
for the
screen
circle
goes
scene.
away and starts shaking.
There's
I'm
a
here
circle
for
scene.
I'm
okay.
here to I'm here to press circle. That's why I'm here.
Yo, we could call ourselves the press circle.
Yo, the press circles. That
So
Instead of F in the chat, circle in the chat.
well, before I forget, anybody, Danny, I know you're a fan of Rick and Morty. Are you guys a fan of Rick and Morty?
of
Are you
course.
correct?
I haven't
I'm
seen
not
any
Have,
of
caught
this
up.
did you guys
Yeah.
see the animation Rick and Morty that I just saw it today? It was like an anime styled Rick and Morty, but
Yeah,
it
I saw
wasn't
that a while back.
really.
But, yeah, well,
That's-
I think they showed it around today because they announced they're going to do like a 10-episode anime series of Rick and Morty.
It looks
I'm sorry, what?
really good. Yeah. And it's not like how modern anime is. No, it's still like in the Rick and Morty style, but anime style. Like, so it's like a blend of both of their styles. It looks
Please tell
phenomenal.
me they're going for
It looks
off the
great.
wall action.
And
Kamehamehas
they
and stuff.
speaking in Japanese.
Oh, I'm
It
in.
has
I'm ready.
subtitles.
I'm
I'm
ready.
down.
I'm ready. Strap me in.
And it was
Oh,
good.
Oh, can you imagine?
It was
Mata
good.
mata. I want to hear Morty say mata mata.
Yeah, man. I was like, man, I'm looking forward to this. Like, I didn't know if it was like a for sure thing,
hear
but it
about
was like 8 minutes long. I mean, I was just at work looking on YouTube on my phone, and I saw it. And I was like, what is this? And I clicked on it, and I was just stuck for that entire 8 minutes just watching it. It was really good.
The most powerful clickbait. The clickbait that works.
Yeah, it was the clickbait that works because it damn sure had me for that entire 8 minutes. Have
What
you
kind of
guys
action did it show? If you don't mind.
the standard Rick and Morty? You don't know what the hell's going on, but it's something that Rick
Okay.
calls. Oh, they just the timeline was messed up basically.
Okay.
So a bunch
Rick
of
needs
Mortys,
to do a reset.
bunch of Ricks, yeah, all fighting.
All right.
A reset is happening basically.
Bet.
It's good. You just gotta watch it. It's on YouTube. It's like 8 minutes. Just look up Rick and Morty animation or anime.
Oh man. So
See,
like,
look, this is why Discord needs to hurry up and have that watch function. And I can be like, yeah, let's watch it real quick, and we'd watch it.
dang.
Probably copyright things.
Have you guys been seeing this thing about Fall Guys becoming free to play?
Yeah, I did. I saw.
I
it,
thought
yeah.
Fall Guys was already free to play.
I assumed it
it's
was
only-
already free
only
to
on
play
Play-
too.
It
It's only
was
on
a free PlayStation Game of the Month. That's why.
Oh, that's why. I didn't know people on PC had to pay for it.
Yeah, I think it was like $20.
So that just goes to show,
What?
Harry, that
$20?
a game that you have to
That's
pay
how much
for,
Overwatch
and
is.
but
That's how
that
much
game
Overwatch
has does that game have a battle pass? It has something like
It
it.
definitely,
$40
it definitely has
bucks.
skins for sure.
Oof.
Yeah.
Not like one that you buy, I don't think, but
Yeah, but you got to get crowns or at least high placement to get like a lot of XP, kind of like an Overwatch thing.
Yes, this is an argument against those types of things, Dom, not for them.
Oh, I'm not for them. I'm against it.
Nah.
I'm
I mean,
for
we
it.
got
No.
I got it for free on PlayStation, so
That's what I'm saying.
What,
Like,
what
if
are
your
we
game,
for or against?
that should
If you're-
definitely be a game we play though.
if your game is supported by microtransactions, skins, loot boxes, battle passes, it needs to be 100% free. Shouldn't be charged a single dollar. If you have to pay for a game, it should not have microtransactions, skins, loot economies, loot boxes, any of that stuff. Like, just period. If you pay for a game, that should be the whole game.
So all of Ubisoft games should be free at this point now.
Right.
Man.
They should be free to play. No, ideally, they would take that shit out and we could play a
Yeah.
regular Assassin's Creed game like
That
it
would be
used to be
nice.
with Ezio.
I would love that.
Could you imagine if they charged you $20 for Ezio's cape? Man.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Hold
Dom,
on, so
Yeah.
was there an
99 cents.
Assassin's Creed game with microtransactions in it?
Since Origins.
All of them.
Yeah.
No. It
No,
was
no,
better
si-
than
Yeah,
that.
since Origins. You're right.
Mm,
Yeah.
It's
No,
way
Syndicate
before
Syndicate
Origins.
didn't have any.
It did.
Maybe
They do. They all have 'em.
Syndicate did.
Up to 3
With the
had it.
twins, there was microtransactions.
Okay,
in
hold
it?
on. I don't remember
Yeah.
Black Flag having any
Oh
transactions.
no, they definitely did.
What?
I don't
You
remember
lied
that.
to
I
me.
played a little
So
bit of
since Black
Listen.
Flag,
Listen, I just beat the 5th one. I just beat the French one, and there was microtransactions all over that thing.
Oh, I
What?
hated that. That one sucked so bad.
I did too. But Harry's on a quest to complete all of them, so he.
Yeah, that's where
Oh,
I'm at.
shrink up.
because
keep
those
stalling.
games are a dedication.
I keep stalling, man. Like I can't. I don't know. Like I'll play an hour or two, and then I'll be like, "This is fun," and then
Is it though?
it is, and then like I'll put it down, and a whole week will pass because I can only play video games on the weekend, and like that's
Hang
it.
on.
Why?
Be right back.
That's so weird.
No, it's not that. It's a self-imposed limit. It's not something that like.
How dare you be a gamer and give yourself those self-imposed? I can understand before when you were working at home after work too, but
No, I mean it's just like it's one of those things where it's like I could play an hour a night, maybe 2 hours. So it's like, is it really
okay,
worth it?
that's fine. That's casual gaming. That's
Yeah, that's
basically
what
what
I'm
I
saying. So
do.
like a lot of times it's like it's not really worth it if I can't sit down for like a solid 5 or 6 hours and just go, you know. So like I
Speaking
just
of
wait
that,
until the weekend.
how far are you in Metroid? Since you restarted it, you got pretty far. When you showed me.
The last I saw, hold on, let me pull it out. I'll show you. The last time I started the game up, I think it said I was 3 hours in, something like that. Because remember, it only saves your time like between saves, so like you could
Mhm.
die continuously over and over and over, and it doesn't count those hours; it just counts the hours of actual progress.
What
So
a
I
great
played it.
game too.
So I played it. I played it for 2 days, and I only have 3.5 hours of progress because that's all.
I don't what that what. That
Yeah,
makes
but I thought you were like
sense.
constantly
4
playing it
hours.
for those
4
2
hours.
days.
No, I was 4 hours. Yeah, I got.
So you
4
got
hours.
4
doesn't
hours
count
in?
your-
Oh, okay. You know that makes sense because I beat the game.
Craig, you missed it. What happens is you play for 25 minutes and then you die. So then you go back and you play for another 25 minutes and then you die. Then you go back and play for another 25 minutes and then
This
you
isn't
die.
Dark Souls.
It is Dark Souls. And then you find the next save spot and you're like, oh, good progress. Okay, good. And so really the game thinks you've played 25 minutes, but you've really played 175 minutes.
Is it still that tough on
It was like Returnal.
easy?
Yes.
Yeah, Returnal's a pain.
No.
That
I'm sorry.
sounds
It's
not
no.
fun.
I'm sorry. It's not. It's not that hard. Probably. I just suck at games. So like, I'm really not very good at games, like at all.
You've been doing
So,
good
like-
at Fortnite.
Yeah, you can aim.
Beginner's luck. I don't know.
I'll just
But
point
no,
and shoot.
I would say that it takes me probably like twice as long to play a game as it does the average person. Like when I'm talking about first-person shooter campaigns, I'd be like, yeah, it was a good solid 6 or 7 hours. I'll be like, and Dom, that's about 3 hours for you. Because
no,
like,
because I put it on hard.
because I don't know. It just takes me forever to play games. I don't know what's going on. I just sit down and take.
I take
time.
my time with a solo campaign, so I can't really
only play solo
judge that.
campaigns. So
Especially if it's like an open world and there's the possibility of me finding things.
You should get Tiny Tina, Harry.
What you call?
That correct.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
don't
I'll
know.
put you Tiny Tina.
It's on my wish list. That's
Oh,
my
well.
mom's name.
yeah, mine
Tina?
too. Yeah,
Yep.
me too.
Oh, we'll talk about that
Yep.
after the podcast. I was gonna ask you about that. We'll talk about that afterwards.
Okay.
But yeah, did you ever play any Borderlands? Any of you guys? I know.
Yeah.
Danny's
I played
the
all of
biggest
them
Borderlands
except for the
player
first
here.
one. Like,
Oh, how did you miss the first one but played all the other ones?
The first one's the only one I've played actually.
I don't know. Like everybody's like, "Yo, if you play Borderlands," and Borderlands 2 was out, and I was like, "Nah," and it was on sale, so I grabbed it and I was like, "Wow, this is amazing."
Appreciate that, Nitro.
And like, how have I never played this game? And then I got the pre-sequel, and it was so much better. Oh my god!
Oh man,
I'm
play
sorry.
Tiny Tina.
The
Jesus.
pre-sequel is the best. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's
heard
a good game, but it is not the best.
I was
I
gonna
love
say
the
I've heard the
prequel.
opposite. I've heard the prequel
It's
is
a
like
whole
the
nother
worst.
level.
I heard that was the
love
worst one, too.
pre-sequel.
Maybe it's because
Like-
it's ignorant is bliss kind of thing. Like you don't really know.
Space, butt stomps, oxygen management. Who doesn't love those things? You
What
get to
was
play
that
as the bad
really?
guys?
Oh, I mean, well, Oxygen. I don't know. It didn't bother me. I don't know. I
It
liked
wasn't
it.
that bad. You would get
Yeah.
option most of the time. It's not a huge deal.
Yeah, and then like you get to the point to where like your items make your oxygen basically work for you. So in the beginning of the game, it was a stressor, but after like a quarter way through, you don't even realize that it's a detriment. Like, but I loved it. I love that game. By far my favorite.
Titan Team is my favorite so far. I just need to beat it. I just been bullshitting.
Can't wait to buy it.
I'm waiting for it to be like $20 or something, and then I'll pick it up.
Same.
I'm not,
Once it goes on sale, I'm gonna grab it.
There's very few games I'll buy full price, and if they're not a Nintendo game, it's almost never worth it. And now that Starfield's not coming out this year, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna buy anything for the rest of the year, honestly.
You know what you're gonna do it yourself, huh?
How was Tokyo Ghoul? I mean, not Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo
Ghoul
Ghostwire.
was amazing, by the way.
That was great. Tokyo Ghostwire was great.
Yeah.
So Tokyo Ghostwire, I didn't expect to platinum it in the amount of time I did. I platinumed it in like 40 hours. And but when you look at one of the things you have to do on the map, you would not think that you could platinum this game in 40 hours. One thing is to collect every soul in the entire game. Like everybody that got turned to souls, you got to collect them. They are on top of buildings, underground, in houses. And yeah, to do all of that, 40 hours platinum. I was like, holy shit. So I don't even know how I did that.
A really easy platinum, and I'm not talking about the cheap platinums that I have, but a really surprisingly short platinum was Far Cry Primal. Like that was the first.
I still haven't beaten that game.
That was the first non-Bethesda game I ever got a platinum on. Like, because I was just like, oh, wait, I can.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're the Bethesda platinum. Well, Danny's a big Bethesda fan too.
Yeah, I don't have a platinum in every game, but I've got Skyrim and Fallout 4.
I have a platinum in every Bethesda game I can. 76. I don't talk about 76.
We don't talk about 76. Mm-mm. See, that's the game that should have been free.
It definitely should have 100% have been free. What they should have done is, here's the secret about 76. They either should have made it a standalone expansion for Fallout 4, made it free for Fallout 4, or just put multiplayer in Fallout 4. Why did they have to create a whole new game, a whole new world?
Because, Harry, microtransactions were not in 4. They had to make a microtransaction game, and they did.
I mean, I get it, but like what
they wanted you to have those time savers, Harry. And you're going to accept it.
Service money.
Nah, man, it wasn't time savers. You know what it was? It was weapon repair kits and refrigerators.
What?
And impacts. I mean, it was stuff. It was so like I tried to like
Fallout basically 76. Health items.
I genuinely did.
Hey, well now they have subscriptions.
Yeah, you can pay $100 for Fallout.
Yeah. No, I'm waiting for it to be.
I really want to meet the amount of people who actually did that. Like, I would love to just ask them why.
Bethesda fans. Hardcore.
Who is that hardcore to do that?
Not even me. But there's people out there.
The whales. That's what they're called.
No, what it is the people, like, if you jumped in the game right now and you're like level 1 and you found like this level 150 character and they dropped like this bag of food and power armor, and so they just drop it at your feet and they're like, please play the game, please continue to play the game. And so they like give you all the high level items because they're like, oh, someone new, they've never seen this before.
But then the game's boring at that point because you have all these high. You didn't earn any of it, so the game's boring.
No, because remember, everything has health, so it'll break. So it'll only last you for so long.
But then you got that taste of power and it's gone. And then you have to just grind for it. And that's going to piss you off.
Oh, no, for sure. But it's just that's the thing. It's just, I don't know what happened with 76. You know, the money got the better of them. And hopefully
it's getting the better of every company except for Nintendo, it seems like.
I don't know, man. Their newest family plan with the Nintendo 64 expansion.
Yeah, but you don't need any. That's the thing with Nintendo. You don't need those. You don't need any of that.
Sure.
Like I am completely fine paying $20 for a year of online. I'm completely fine with that.
It's just like me.
Their servers are still shit, but yeah. I mean, for $20, it's like, well, what can I say?
I'm completely fine with playing Fortnite and never spending a single dollar on it. That doesn't bother me at all. But I mean, that entire game is supported by microtransactions, and there are people. So if just if you and everybody you know doesn't buy the Nintendo 64 expansion pass, if enough people do,
yeah.
But here I am talking shit, and I bought the Nintendo 64 expansion pass, and 2 Bluetooth Nintendo 64 controllers because I can't stop. But
that's just, you need to stay off of Amazon.
No, that was on Nintendo's site. You can't buy them on Amazon.
You need to stay off of that too. Eventually, I'm gonna end up getting those too. Ah, Nintendo. So, I wanted to ask you guys, like, if there was like one game you could like replay, like with no memory of it, like what game would that be? Like, if you can go back to your childhood and that one game you could just replay and re-experience it, which one would it be? I would say mine would probably be Final Fantasy X. I would re-experience that game because that's what got me into Final Fantasy. Thinking deep about that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It doesn't have to be like childhood. It's just like, just as an example.
Go ahead, Craig.
Well, I would just do my favorite games. Like,
No, one game. You gotta you want to re-experience this one game for the first time again.
this game that no one knows about except for Harry. Bloody Roar Extreme.
Oh, Bloody Roar, so good.
What kind of name is that?
Oh,
Googling
Bloody
it.
Roar 2,
Bloody-
the new breed.
That's why you
Bloody
my boy, Harry.
Roar Extreme.
It is,
Boy.
dude.
I
It
would
is.
pay
It is.
so much money for a remaster.
Oh,
Of
it's
that
a
game.
GameCube game.
It is. It is
It's
bottom
on
of the barrel.
everything.
It's bottom of the barrel fighting game. Not Tekken, not Street Fighter. It's nothing like that.
It looks like
is
Soul
just like-
Calibur.
it's a little bit.
It was like Soul Calibur.
It's a
That's
little
a
bit.
pretty
It's
close comparison.
it's very baseline. Like, I'm a fighting game. Like the characters turn into animals, and they got the sexy girls and the buff guys, and
Bro,
it's everything.
How
you
were
got
those jiggle
those skills,
physics?
They're a little flat, I'll be honest, but get the bat lady.
The jiggle physics aren't really there. You were
However-
honestly there just because it was a fun fighting game.
However, if you get the bat lady, just
The
saying.
Bat Lady.
Man, we gotta find that game. We gotta play it. Have a game night.
I'm about 90% sure I own it physically, but I'll double check to be sure.
Harry.
I got two.
Don't
controllers.
worry, Harry will have a ROM of
Game
it
night.
in
We gotta
no
have a
time.
actual game
Oh, I
night.
have a ROM of it. Yeah, no doubt. I just mean physically, like on the real thing. But
random. What's a safe ROM site I can use to start putting ROMs on my laptop?
we'll talk about this offline.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that online.
Oh, okay.
Dandy, you have one?
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this bat lady. It's like,
I'm telling you, man. Look, I'm telling
Wait,
you,
now
man.
I gotta look for her.
You gotta look at this
I
bat
like that.
lady.
It's
Like,
sidelines. Makes her look like Wolverine.
dude, like Bayonetta has got nothing on her. Like, I'm telling you, man. Like, when it comes to like body,
She got full voluptuous.
yeah.
Like, I missed that game so much. Loved it. So
Got like
good.
really hairy cheeks. I don't like it.
Jenny the Bat. Oh, you can see her without her bat form, I guess.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
But I mean, like,
she's a bat.
bats.
Jiggle effects.
Nah. You know who had the best jiggle effects?
Dead or
Oh,
alive.
yeah, I was gonna say Dead or
No.
Alive, or what's the one girl? With what is she, King of Fighters? Some Mai Shiranui, the one that.
No, Soul Calibur, man. You know who I'm talking about.
Ivy.
Or Solomon.
Ivy had the best jiggle figure.
Yeah, I'll
That
check it out.
girl was just
I don't even
thick.
play fighting games. And I'm like, yeah, Ivy, yeah, Jenny the Bat, like Chun Li, yeah, totally.
That's wild.
It's funny.
Okay. All right. So the game I would pick, and I was really torn because both of these games are really influential. But I would say that I would like to experience Oblivion again. I would go back to the very first Bethesda game I ever played because like it blew my mind. And from there, the Fallouts, all the other Elder Scrolls, I mean, just like amazing games. My honorable mention is Ocarina of Time. If I could just dump my memory of that game.
You know what mine would be?
Just like pull it out and be like, drop it in there and then play the game again. And then pull it out and then play the game again.
Mine would be Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess is really good.
That's great.
It is like top 3 for me. Like, I'm not even
Because
kidding. Like,
I came off of Majora's Mask, which was dark. A dark Legend of Zelda game, to Twilight Princess, a dark Legend of Zelda game. It was great. Beat it in a week, like non-stop playing it.
It was great. It was everything that I
So
wanted
good.
Wind Waker to be.
Which one was the one where, like, at the end of the game, or like you have to rewind time, where it blows
Majora's
up?
Mask. Majora's Mask.
So how did that work? Like the game, you'd actually have a timer and it go down?
So you'd have the ocarina time. Yeah, there'd be a in the bottom like a timer as the days go by, and every time like it would hit like noon, it would tell you, or night, it would tell you, and then the next day, and you knew when it was time for you to rewind time because the moon was literally about to hit the planet and just destroy that whole town.
So look at it this way, Craig. It's a roguelike. So every time in a roguelike, when you die, the cycle starts over, and you bring some gear with you, but not all the gear, just some of the stuff, and you got to start back over. Majora's Mask was a roguelike. That's what happened. There was a 72-minute timer that was going at all times, and at the end of that 72 minutes, you have to restart your cycle. Some items carry over, some don't. You don't have to beat everything in a single cycle. You just have to do enough so that it can carry over to the next big thing, and that moves over to the next cycle. They also have a mechanic in the game where you can slow down time, so it increases that time window to 144 minutes. So it doubles the amount of time you have to play through the whole thing. So you don't have to beat the entire game in 72 minutes.
But you did have to defeat all the bosses.
Also not true.
What? I did.
You didn't have to defeat all the bosses at once. You only had to defeat them one time because their remains were one of the things that carried over between cycles. So
Gonna make you pop back in the 64 version of this bitch.
I'm telling you, and that I do physically have for sure. That one I do.
Yeah.
But
how much would that cost you online if you tried to buy it?
Probably not that much because it's not like box condition.
It's probably like if you wanted it loose, probably $70.
Oh, okay.
Andy?
Still more expensive than I assumed.
My game would probably be Kingdom Hearts 2.
That was my second game.
I've never heard you talk about Kingdom Hearts games, Andy. I did not know.
No one ever wants to talk to me about it. You never played them.
Dandy's in good company. We got Kingdom Hearts fans here.
Dandy, you, me, boys. You're like, bro.
That was easily the best one, and back when the story still made sense. So, yeah, I think that would be my pick.
One day I'll experience 1 and 2 and not 3. I'll just skip to 4.
Don't do 3. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. I cannot put it in words how tragic of a waste.
I heard the combat was good, right? Didn't you say the combat's good?
Yeah, it's fun to play. It's just the story is completely nonsensical by that point, and it feels like the Disney stuff is just an afterthought. Like it's, I mean, there's plenty of Disney stuff in it, but it doesn't feel like you're doing anything. You're just spinning your wheels until the last couple hours of the game when all the real anime shit goes down.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on like the 4th one? Like seeing that trailer, you know?
I hope Sora doesn't look like that the entire time. He looks a little weird being that realistic. But I would love to see what Donald and Goofy look like in that world.
You don't want to see Sora with normal shoes on?
Fix his shoes, change his face. Ask him up or something, like, because whatever he got going on is just not okay.
I hope that, because in those games, like, Sora would, like, his appearance would change based on what, like, Disney World he was in. So that might be the case here, that he just looks realistic here because he's in a realistic world.
That would make sense.
Yeah. So, like, he could have been in the Avengers world, and that's why it looks so realistic.
Or the Big Hero 6 world.
I know people were
super
speculating that there's a shot that looked like Endor from Star Wars.
Yes, definitely. So, yep, there was. Yeah, we talked
about that. That'd be a huge
before.
Missed opportunity if they didn't have a Star Wars world where you have a Keyblade lightsaber. That'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be dope. How would that be designed? It would be like a Keyblade,
it would be a normal lightsaber, but then
lightsabers. Well, there were like in the Star Wars, there were unique sabers that would change shape. But the people who used it, the group that used it, they died out. They went extinct. So it's not like it's not a known thing.
I don't think you have to worry about the sanctity of the Star Wars lore in this Kingdom Hearts.
I was going to say, is that extended universe? Because that doesn't sound anything.
I think it's like I just saw like in a video and stuff, people who like are real Star Wars deep into it. And I was like, I didn't even know this.
Well,
that's cool. Everybody has some good games. Did you guys see the multiverses, Harry? Greg? Yeah, I know you've seen it, Dandy. What do you guys think about it?
Really want to play it.
Who do you think's going to be like the OP character? Shaggy?
Superman.
Superman.
Do we really need another Smash Bros. Clone?
Yes.
But it's free. You gotta understand it's free.
They apparently don't want to make any more Smash Brothers games, or the creator doesn't want to make any more. So gotta have something.
And who would you pass off the Smash Bros. Franchise
And
to?
it's going to be free to play, so even though it's got microtransactions in it, you can still
But it's
play
free to
without
play, Harry, so it passes.
It doesn't
It's
pass.
free.
Seems like it's going to be
So-
fully voice acted, unlike that Nickelodeon one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which was trash. That I guess everybody said.
So my theory on free to play is, if your game's not worth buying, if it's not worth charging, it's not worth buying. It's a hot take, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but that's kind of hard to go by because look at like Apex and Fortnite. If it wasn't a free to play game and it didn't have microtransactions in it, people would probably still go out and buy it. Just because it's still like that.
Yeah, that's true.
They're two really good shooters. Nobody gives a shit about Warzone. It's full of cheaters.
I've never played Warzone. I don't know.
No, that's all I see. It's just people anytime it's Warzone, it's just people hacking in the entire game. It's like, how do you have fun in this game if everybody's miserable with
There's
hackers?
something with Apex
You
too.
hack.
Didn't that
They have
happen?
fun.
They hacked Apex and they put like Save Titanfall in the top leaderboard or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So
I think there was there some rumors about there being a Titanfall 3? But I misread something. I don't know.
Misread. It's never happening.
You don't think so? You don't think like they'll?
EA
No, we
seems to
want
never
it. We
done that.
want it, and they want to make it, but it ain't happening no time soon.
No,
It's
EA doesn't
just-
wanna make it. There's no way they didn't make enough money. No.
It makes no sense to me that you have people who will throw money to get this game and they just don't want to make it. But then you'll make a game that is pure shit and want people to throw money at it.
I mean, it's Respawn, right? So either Titanfall or Jedi Fallen Order. You gotta pick one.
Why not both?
There's
'Cause
so
it's
many.
EA, and they're not going to give you two good
They
things.
won't give you what you want.
Bad.
There's so many Star Wars projects going on, game wise and like film wise. There's like a ton of stuff going on.
Mm-mm.
Star Wars is like trying to make a comeback.
What a shame.
But the only thing that's saving Star Wars right now is the Disney
Mandalorian.
Plus stories. Yeah, the Mandalorian for one.
Right now.
Boba Fett,
Mandalorian was
well, it was only good when it was talking about the Mandalorian.
in the
Oh,
last
so I
two
haven't-
episodes.
I haven't seen Boba Fett.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I
we
won't say
won't run
it.
it.
Wasn't as
It's
great.
not bad, but you can tell when it picks up. Like,
We'll be watching it very soon. Very soon. But one of the things, if we're ready to move topics,
go ahead.
one of the things you said was what anime are we currently watching?
Yes.
So I'm currently watching this anime that it came out a while back, and it's not very popular. It's called Toriko,
Oh, that
And-
sounds really familiar. Hold
and
on.
it had crossover. It had crossover episodes with One Piece and Dragon Ball, and it's a show. The whole thing about the whole thing about
Yes. I know what
it's
you're
about
talking
food.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole world is made of food, and they're out there hunting rare ingredients and stuff like that.
Makes
And
no
it's
sense.
just like it is your typical shonen fare. I mean, like, just constantly monster of the week. Like, there's this monster, we gotta hunt and steal its parts and use it to make a soup or whatever. And it's just disposable shonen fare. Like,
it's
there's
Boba
nothing
Bo's
special.
brother.
Yeah, I mean, it is just like the most generic thing, but I don't care. I love it. I think it's great. I read it when it first came out. The first chapter was released in Shonen Jump. I read it from the very beginning, and I don't know. I love the show. It's terrible, but whatever. We're getting through it.
So currently, I'm watching Attack on Titans. That's like the focus one, but like the side ones, for instance, I've been watching Baki.
Oh,
And why last night, as I'm trying to work out and watch this, it turns into soft porn on me.
What?
Yes,
What?
I'm so serious. On Netflix, Baki. No, on
Oh,
Baki.
yeah, the Baki episode.
Hey.
It's
hey,
just
did you ever watch Food Wars? So when I was
Yes,
talking
well,
about the show I was
that's
talking about
all-
earlier
that's-
with food. That's a whole other thing. It's not like Food Wars. By the way, do not watch Food Wars in public. Just don't.
Yeah, don't do it. But yeah, Baki, it completely threw me off. I was just like, I'm just hitting a rep, and then I look up, and he's butt naked with his girl, and I was like, what the? Wait, what did I just miss?
Yo, did you
And
hear
yeah,
about Master Chief?
they're going at
Hear
it.
about
Man
Master
loves a
Chief?
woman very much.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
You heard
I've heard about that.
Master Chief in this show? The
First
helmet
they
doesn't
show
come
it.
off.
First they show
The
his
helmet doesn't
helmet.
come off, but the pants do.
Everything comes out in that one. Master
Master
Chief's
Chief's-
going all of it now.
Master Chief's
Tiger
slaying
Dog.
on the battlefield, and he's also slaying in the bedroom.
Master Chief's Tiger Dog.
How many like fans are like pissed off? You know how many of them are like pissed off that
All
they
of
showed his
them.
Probably
face?
about 50 to 60.
All of them.
I just don't care.
Mm-mm.
I'm not like a huge, Master Chief Halo fan. Like that was like, pure Xbox players. That's their guy. Like how a lot of PlayStation fans, Kratos is like the mascot. Even though it used to be Crash Bandicoot back in the day, but we know who took
Wasn't
that
it
throne.
Spyro before then?
No, Crash Bandicoot was PlayStation.
Yeah,
He
Crash and
was-
Spyro were PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Spyro's always been the cooler one.
Yeah, but when PlayStation came out, the
Like Spyro
mascot who
cooler.
was
He's a
like
purple.
the
I'm too
you
young.
don't remember the
You don't remember
commercial
the
of
commercial with Crash? Like he's got the microphone outside and
Yeah, he's standing
like,
outside.
Hey, plumber boy.
yeah. See,
He's
Crash. Spyro was really good too, though. I did enjoy Spyro. Both of
Yeah,
them were.
I enjoyed the remake they did of the trilogy back a few years ago.
Dude, I bought that. I was like, wow, was this game always this damn hard?
Yes.
Are you talking about Crash or Spyro?
Spyro.
Yes, to both.
No,
Yeah.
Crash was even worse though because.
Was it?
Yes, because apparently somebody they put the game side by side and the jump on the new one was slightly faster than the old one. So your muscle memory was throwing you off from when to do your jumps because you're jumping even faster. So you were, let me tell you, man, that rope bridge, fuck that rope bridge. I just,
So
that
I
game
never,
makes me
I never
rage.
played. I never played Spyro or Crash growing up. I got out of platformers right around that time when they came out.
Oh, you missed
So
out,
like I
bro.
just didn't.
or so.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sly Cooper.
Yes, that was my favorite trilogy growing up.
I
Oh,
love
my
that
goodness,
game.
love
I feel
those
like I
games.
missed out on
I
that.
mean,
It was so
really,
good.
just 2 and 3. I didn't really care for 1 too much because it was a lot different then. It wasn't like as open as the second 2 were, but
I feel 2 and 3 were probably the best for me. I like it. There was a lot more exploration. It was amazing games. I hear they're making a reboot. But
I hope so. There was
Oh, I would
supposed to be
play
a
it.
movie at one time, and they even had a trailer for it. You can probably find it online somewhere,
That's
but it didn't
legit.
happen. It was like
Huh.
a TV trailer and everything.
Everything's always having a show that gets canceled. I'm
Thundercats.
speaking of show. Wow, that
That
was a
might be a
great
sign.
show though.
It was so legit, and they killed it.
Did you say
Thundercats.
Thundercats?
Yes, man, Thundercats.
You didn't see the
Thundercats.
reboot of the
I was
hardcore
just-
Thundercats?
I was just making sure he didn't say SWAT cats.
Have you guys seen the reboot of He-Man?
Well, dude, I watched that. So good.
That
Not
reboot, yeah,
expecting
that
it to be good.
I didn't expect it to be that hard. I was like, oh my god, He-Man's fucking
It
awesome.
it was legit. I was okay. I see you, man. You're trying to lose the lame persona.
So
Did you guys
before
see
we,
the-
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, did you guys see the Voltron reboot on Netflix?
I haven't finished it.
No.
Spoilers.
I haven't.
So
I'm
good.
watching it. I'm taking my time with it.
So good. But anyways, go ahead, Dom.
Our last topic, because damn, my hour always flies by when we're doing. Our last topic is going to be top 10 game villains. Who are you going to put in there? Top 10 gaming villains.
Number 1, Handsome Jack, Borderlands 2.
You put him at number 1?
Yes, he's one of the best villains of all time.
I was going to throw him up there, but
Good one. He is a good one. Oh, dang. All right, that's a good start.
Funny, threatening.
I'm
But
putting.
you could and super charming. Like you couldn't help but like him.
Yeah.
Like you enjoyed him being on screen.
So Sephiroth.
I was
I
going to
felt
say
like he was
Sephiroth.
too
Yep.
easy.
So,
I felt like he was too
what?
easy.
Well, of course. Well,
No,
because
I felt
when
like he was an obvious choice.
yeah, well, this man was destroying the whole. He's like, I'm
I
blowing
mean,
the
this
whole
isn't
planet
the
up. I don't
top
care.
10 of. This isn't the top 10 excluding the most popular characters. This is.
So we'll
the
just do
top
just
10.
top 10. Yeah. So
Okay.
we got
so Ganondorf.
3. Okay. Gandalf had 3. Shao Kahn.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Shao Kahn was just ruthless. He didn't even care. He's like, screw the tournament. I'm just gonna take this over. You guys
Does
could
the-
do. Does
Does
anybody
the
know?
Joker count? Does the Joker?
No, I'm gonna keep him in comics. I'm gonna keep him away
Okay,
from gaming
okay,
because
okay,
he's known
okay.
more for comics than gaming.
And his boss mode in the game was kind of trash. Like they turned him into like a glorified Hulk, except lame. Like it. No.
What about Pyramid Head?
Oh yeah.
I never
Pyramid
played
Head.
against it, so I can't speak on it.
Oh God, what a horrifying thing when you're playing Silent Hill and that fool's behind you. God, that was something. So we got what's that? That's 4.
Xehanort, Kingdom Hearts 2. He was so fun. Like that was one of the longest boss fights I've ever had.
That was a cool fight. I just don't know if he cracks the top 10. I would put Bowser on that list, obviously.
Yeah, Bowser
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
would put
Yeah,
Bowser
right?
for
Oh,
sure.
man,
Yeah,
okay, Bowser,
iconic,
yeah.
iconic bit. I would throw, which for the kids out there would know, Sigma from Mega Man.
From Mega Man. Yeah. Mega Man.
Sigma.
Yeah.
Old school Sigma.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
throw it. We're gonna
No,
go back.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Sigma's kind of beats
You-
out. I mean, Dr. Wily. Yeah, but Dr. Wily though is the original though, because Sigma was made by Dr. Wily. So like, Dr. Wily might.
So would you put Dr. Wily over Sigma?
I would.
Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman. Yep.
Eggman.
By
Yeah.
M. Bison.
Oh man. Well, I think we're at 10 already.
No. We're at 8.
Okay,
We got
okay,
2 more.
Okay.
We got 2
M.
more.
Bison is
Power
pretty bad.
Rangers.
Voss from Far Cry
Power
3.
Rangers is TV though.
No,
or
Power Rangers
leaving-
comics. Yeah, we gotta keep them
Yeah.
out. It's all gaming.
Yeah, we're leaving that alone.
You ain't played the game? He was broken.
Yeah, but they made the game off of the show. Just
Yeah.
it's like we can't use Joker, but Voss is a really good one too. Yeah, definitely for sure.
Who's
Voss. Yeah,
Voss?
He's
Far Cry
from
3.
Far Cry 3.
The definition of insanity guy.
Oh, the
So then we got one last one, and I'm gonna go with Albert Wesker from Resident Evil.
Wesker. I
Wesker
hope
was
this
good.
isn't Chris's blood. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You guys got any honorable mentions?
I can't even think right now.
There's so many good ones, man. Because I would say Seymour from Final Fantasy. How many times you killed this man from Final Fantasy X?
Oh, that's the main-
It's like you
main
forgot
villains.
that you forgot that Sin was the main villain because you fought Seymour so many damn times.
Mm. Oh, what about that general guy that kills you in Modern Warfare?
Oh,
You can't even remember his name, so how can he be a top 10?
Shepard. Oh, what about the Reapers from?
Yeah, I was
Mass
about to say the Reapers from Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Them are some bad.
Oh, I never played the Mass Effect, so I couldn't have a say so on that.
Mm.
I would say Majora. Because you're dropping the moon.
You already have Ganon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But then,
Plus, Majora was just kind of. Majora wasn't like bad, like evil. Like he was just like weird.
oh, then we could say, what about Ridley or Dark Metroid? Either one of those.
I would definitely say Ridley for sure, because like, okay, so pick bad guys from Smash, and there you go.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Smash, man. We're talking
No,
about
I know,
real...
like all of the bad guys we're talking about are in Smash.
Well, not
So-
well. They should have put Majora's Mask in there. That'd been a great like character to use.
I'm trying to think. What about the guy who throws his kids into volcanoes in that fighting game?
Okay, go lay down. Bring you something to drink. Oh,
Heihachi?
Kazuya. Yeah, Kazuya. Well, all of them. Well, except for Jin. He hasn't had a kid to try to throw into a volcano. But when he does have a kid, he's probably gonna get tossed into a volcano also.
Oh my god.
But that is it for the podcast. Thank you everybody for being here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, leave us any things you want to talk about next podcast, and we'll see you guys all later. Love, peace, and hair grease.